Hey there, I'm Empress, I'm from Russia, and I guess we're all stuck at home right now. Here in Russia we actually see that everything is going on by the same scenario as in the USA and as in Europe, but a bit differently because it's Russia. So let's have a look what's actually going on here for the last couple of weeks. So last week our president went live and said that a whole week will be a week off, and that we should stay at home, and there will be some fines for those who don't follow this. But there is no quarantine, and there is no emergency situation. That means that we kind of have holidays, but they are not like proper holidays, and that was actually a bit confusing. Basically, what happens here? We usually have a really huge New Year holiday from the 1st till the 10th of January. The nation is kind of used to it. That's why usually businesses plan their performance accordingly. You also can go out, you can work, but it's just the holidays. Here, the president announced holidays just a couple of days before that. He said that the businesses should close, people should stay at home, but people should still get their salaries. And the main question especially from the small and medium-sized businesses, is where shall they get money for those salaries? And that's a pretty big question, and actually it is still a question. Besides announcing those holidays, he actually made people think that these holidays are kind of like the New Year's holidays. People decided to spend their time like they did during New Year holidays. Go out, go to bars, or go picnicking, for example. They don't take seriously all the precautions, and they didn't take seriously all the things that are going on. Probably that's why they had to make the rules more strict and introduce different fines. Also, police will search the streets for those who don't stay at home. And the difference with the USA is that, as far as I know, in California you can leave your house, but you should keep social distancing. Here you can't actually leave your house, and you should stay at home, and that's kind of not healthy, I believe, because actually you want to get some exercise, you want to get some fresh air. I'm personally freezing at home because we keep all the windows open just for some kind of fresh air. Still, it's not enough, so you need some exercise. But you can't go have a walk and go jogging. The president announced 1 week of holidays, and everyone was kind of waiting for another speech of his. It happened this Thursday. Actually, he went live again. He said that we will have not 1 week more, but we'll have weekdays till the end of the month. Small and medium-sized businesses are terrified because drugstores and grocery stores are doing just fine. All their restaurants and cafes are closed, they can work only on delivery. This is kind of killing them. As well as a lot of other businesses that don't know where to get money from. Some of the businesses can actually turn online, and for example, I personally teach in an educational center. They pretty fast, they switched to online. It took about a week, going pretty well. I'm not losing clients, we have our students, and we can work from home, just wonderful. Not all the educational centers, not all the schools are able to switch to online system. It's a bit challenging. Okay, it's very challenging for everyone, and people do lose their jobs, and they can't pay their mortgage and all the loans. So we'll see what will happen. I personally work from home. I used to work from home, and I keep doing this. Nothing has actually changed for me apart from the teaching online, but that's kind of interesting. And I'm also not worried. I mean, I understand that I can't do anything about it right now. I can just keep working and try to save some money, because no one knows how it will work out for the whole economy. So just be better stay at home, keep doing what you're doing, and read books, watch films. In my opinion, different regions actually feel differently about this whole thing. In my opinion, regions feel more stressed out, maybe they're more worried and scared. That's why I actually decided to interview some of my friends, see what they will say. I'm trying this new format. Let's see how it will work out. I'm pretty interested what's going on. What's the general atmosphere? How are people feeling? Are they scared, indifferent, or what's going on basically?
I feel puzzled for about 3 weeks already. It all started with canceling the flights in the beginning of March while we still were going to work. And all these news about pandemic, whatever, something that is very, very far away from you. For the last 2 weeks, it became more dark, getting darker.
And what about people? Do they actually follow the quarantine, or they just don't give FNF and just wander around?
People I interact with, they follow the rules. They sit at home. They try to not to go do social stuff. But I needed to go out like twice in the last week. Like nothing changed. All the traffic on the streets the same. Cars, traffic jams, people around walking on the sideway and not wearing masks, whatever. But yesterday something changed because probably the government announced something kind of official quarantine and streets became less crowded.
But generally, I think that the situation is a bit different in like Moscow, in St. Petersburg, and in other regions. In my opinion, maybe they are more scared somehow. I'm not sure. I'm just like testing this theory. So, what can you say about your relatives and friends all over Russia?
I can't say that they are more scared. General mood is not understanding what the hell happening around, and it's all about making hypotheses, right? Not deal with it personally. So they know about the problem, they try to avoid it, and it's something on their mind now.
I heard that some of your plans changed because of this pandemic, and you had some problems with handing over the tickets and canceling the bookings. I thought that it should be not that hard.
Me and my friend, we had air tickets to Berlin. Mine was from St. Petersburg and his was from Moscow. His was direct one by UTair and it is already cancelled. UTair is not a low-cost company, so we thought that it would be easy. But when we applied to the air company, they said you go to the website you bought your tickets on, and it is Ozon Travel. We held on the customer line very long. They didn't answer in chats and on phone. They said that this is not the priority now because they have a lot of stuff to deal with and all the cases are in queue. So 2 or 3 days prior the departure, our application will become priority, and they will probably tell us that the money will be refunded. Although this particular flight is cancelled already, so it shouldn't be any problem, even in the real conditions. Mm-hmm. And the second ticket I have from St. Petersburg via Riga. It's Air Baltic, and this is low cost. And they didn't even announce yet that there will be no flight. It all takes place in the beginning or at the end of April. And officially now in European Union, emergency situation, I guess, till the 14th of April. So these dates are not even considered relevant refund.
So they're like waiting whether the border will be open?
Yeah, whether the emergency situation will be prolonged or cancelled, or what route to refund money to, I don't know. As with the bus tickets, hotels, and train tickets, something can be exchanged. They give you a year after your date of travel. For example, Flixbus gave us the voucher that we can use later for any ride we prefer. Some hotels refunded all the amount except for the booking fee. I guess it's Airbnb and Booking. Still, they use this 14th of April rule not to refund completely. I guess trains are not refunded at all. I'm not sure. That was someone else's question to solve, so I didn't.
So it's not as easy as it seems to be.
No.
I have questions about what is going on in Samara and in your life in particular.
A lot of changes in my life. First of all, I work at home, and I think it's very convenient for me. There are a lot of features of this company is a small engineering company. Most of my workers work on the objects, engineers, assemblers and others. It's very interesting that last days I have visual contacts with my workers more often than before. Every day we have online meetings using Zoom application. Most of office workers work at home. Our company practically don't interrupt in last days.
What do you think people around you feel about the whole situation? Are they scared? Are they maybe indifferent? Or maybe they find it funny? I don't know.
Every day is new for us. We don't know what will happen tomorrow. As for me, it's very interesting. I like changes in my life. Most of my relatives feel uncomfortable
Worried.
with the future.
So basically, what do you think people are thinking about the whole situation? Like in general, the atmosphere. Like, are people scared, or worried, or maybe like indifferent? I don't know.
Well, I suppose they're scared, some of them. They kind of don't know what's happening or what the future is going to be, which is like, well, everybody feels this way. But I think it's really hard for them to kind of imagine a new future. The people wearing masks. And until like 3 days ago, there was hardly anybody wearing a mask. I'm sure some people were just not taking it so seriously. Yesterday, the strict quarantine came down. All parks are closed. All plosheds, all like yards in front of buildings, they're all closed. Like they put like tape around all of the children's playgrounds. No entry. But there were people like sitting outside on the benches and chatting. And some people have gone to dacha because here you can. They're pretty close by. And I was talking to some people earlier, in fact, even like doctors. They were kind of joking and saying, oh, it's just, what is it? It's public relations. What was it today? I saw, was it the police maybe, or the government has decided to donate, not donate, but lend cars to polyclinic doctors, because now if you're sick, you shouldn't go to a hospital. You should let the doctor come to you, and well, that's a great service for a lot of people, in fact. I think who knows, it just might change the whole structure of a polyclinic. But like, nobody else really understands this social distancing thing, that it's a good idea to like not walk next to another person or really close to them. When I go into shops or when I've been on the street, I've been standing like really far from people.
I think in Russia in general, that's kind of a problem because when people queue in Russia, they like stand like really
right next to you.
And in Europe, for instance, they do keep some distance, especially like in pharmacy, for instance.
Oh yeah, if you did the same thing in Canada, I mean, people would freak out. They would, scream at you. You're too close to me, get away. Are you going to steal my wallet? Here, I got used to standing in a queue at the supermarket and like, breathing down the person in front of me, their neck. So I think people have to start getting used to changing a lot of habits, and that's the thing I don't know about, is like, how good are Russians at changing their habits. I know that Russian people are really adaptable. I've seen a lot of news reports that say this isn't the siege of Leningrad. These are like American news agencies saying, well, we can look at Russia and see how they managed with that. But it's getting like even more crazy and stupid in the United States. And Canada's got a little bit more sense, but still is going to suffer some, serious problems because of this. Mostly not just for health, but also economics.
So mostly people are worried about the future because no one knows when it will actually end, how it will end, and what will happen to the economy. How will the world actually be after all this ends? So let's keep watching this whole situation and stay tuned. Have you got any questions about Russia? Leave them in the comments below. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, and tell me in the comments what's going on in your countries. See ya!